Hey y'all, it's Natalie, and I have a cherry on top unboxing for you. This is a little bit different. It's not a box, it's an envelope. That's because I didn't get as many things this time around, but it's the quality over the quantity, right? I'm also doing a voiceover for my unboxing, which is unusual for me, but my camera at the time of filming, I think it was wet or something. I don't know. There was some static and stuff going on. So I'm hoping that's all figured out. I tested my mic earlier and I think it was working fine. So I had this package waiting for me in the mailbox after I arrived home from a trip, and I'm so excited about it. These products are actually all not like completely new, but I don't know where I've been. I've been hiding under a rock, I guess, because these are so perfect for my family and like how we have been spending our time lately. And let's just dive right in. Okay, I finally got that out of the package. So first off, I do have these Catherine Pooler on the Boardwalk dies because I got the stamp set at the National Crafter Heat, but it didn't have the dies with it. So I'm a sucker for a good stamp set with dies. So I had to grab that. And then I also, from the National Crafter Sheet, was influenced to get this pencil because I've been coloring with alcohol markers. I got a prismatic, maybe white colored pencil. I've gone down the alcohol marker rabbit hole. I got the Olo markers. I got some at the retreat. There was a pop-up shop. And then I also bought some last weekend when we were out of town. And, I found that they had them. So we'll see. I'm not ready to color with them on screen yet. And I also got this Waffle Flower Crafts mat. This is a grip mat that I'll put in my stamping platform and things to help like with ink blending and stamping when instead of using tape. I'll tell you right now, like I wish I would have got a bigger one. I mean, it's useful for sure. I just think that I probably, for what I do, the types of crafts that I do, for sure, I need a bigger one. So I'll use it, and then I'll probably just get another bigger one too. So I'm super pumped though about these Brutus Monroe, this suite of products, because both of my kids do theater, and we actually have a show today, and so I'm really pumped. So this is the theater icon set. So it has a lot of cute icons and some words and sayings that I definitely can see myself using on pages and things for my boys and all of their shows. There's like 2 local theater companies that we participate in. And so there's like spring shows, summer shows, fall shows. We're busy with theater. We got basically no time. And then they do dance also to, up their skills for theater. So we're busy with our fine arts. And of course, they also play music, which I think helps, of course, with their singing and everything in musical theater. So then All the World's a Stage bundle. So I got the stencils. This is all from Brutus Monroe. So these stencils are like the layering kind. And so there's 3 different ones. And you layer them together to create a scene with a stage and then the seats in the theater. And it's a 6x6, roughly, maybe a little bit smaller when you like trim it down after you're done with the stenciling. And you don't have numbers on them, so I did have to kind of figure out, because they do have to go a specific way. I wrote on the stencil so that I would know. And then I also got the stamp, so you add the details onto the stenciling with the stamp at the end. And it came with this die, so you can also cut out the different pieces and kind of pop things up or make interactive elements. I have so many ideas and I'm really pumped about it. So there's also a marquee sign that goes with the stage. So I had to get that as well. It comes with this marquee stamp, and then it has the die also. And then the die cuts out the outside of the marquee, and then it cuts out the inside as well. So you can change up what the inside says, and then you get the marquee stamp set that has a few spelled out things, but then also individual letters to say what show you're doing or what star is in the show. So that's all I got, but I'm going to go ahead and make a project with it because I've been waiting for this. I was so excited about it when I found out it existed. So I'm going to make something with it. So I decided to make a card. Lachlan has a show. He is in his first not title role, but I guess non-ensemble role today. So I'm going to let you guess down in the comments before you find out at the end. What do you think it's going to be? I'm going to do like a color theme that goes with it. So I have the Waffle Flower Crafts mat down there on the bottom of my stamp platform, which I love it because you don't have to take your paper to the edge, right, of the paper or of the stamp platform, because sometimes that's problematic to be able to fit your stamp or what have you. But you can see that the paper is a little bit too big. It wasn't the great first opportunity to use the mat just because the stencil is bigger than the mat. So it's a 6x6. Oh, I got these little, what do you call them? Blending brushes at the craft retreat. And so I wanted to try those out before I committed to buying like a whole set, because I have my waffle flower brushes from the Cherry on Top store that you have one in each color. But then this was the perfect opportunity to use the small ones because it's a pretty detailed little stencil and it has bits that come up. So I wanted to be able to get in the cracks and crevices, but I was really happy with how that turned out. So you'll see me doing here the background, but I end up cutting that away with that stencil and not using it. And you'll see why at the end. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you, what do we need when we're on stage? Because you're so fabulous. You need glitter. You need glitter and sparkle, right? So any ideas of what the show is? If you don't already know, I'm so excited. I love the way it's turning out. The colors are on point for our theme. So now I'm going to ink up the stamp and give it the detail. I will say I struggled with this, and ironically, my friend Jessica had jinxed me, I think, because she had just said, sometimes with this platform, I have a problem getting my bigger stamps, like all the way stamped down in the middle. And I was like, oh, I've never had that problem. And then I had that problem. So that's what you'll see me doing here, working real hard. And I end up just removing it. And on the pieces that didn't get really stamped well, you'll see me just kind of manipulating it with my fingers and sticking it down. And that worked. Luckily, the distress look works really well. And I think I'm just going to have to work with it a little bit and see what, play around with it, play around with my stencils and everything. Okay, so now I'm stamping the marquee, and I'm doing it in just like, what is the antique linen? But then because distressed oxides can kind of take a minute to dry, I went ahead and put my gold metallic wow embossing powder, gold sparkle, I think is what it's called, and marquee, name in lights. You know, your name has to be in lights. So I'm inking it up, and I don't care that there's embossing powder on the inside, because remember that die cuts away the inside, and I already knew that I was going to ink up a piece. So there you can see I ran the stencil and stamped bit through with the die, and so you can see where it cuts out, and I'm going to trim away the rest because I am going to use the floor there. But I like the way that I cut. And so I've also seen videos where you can cut it down to like an A2 size. I'm not really good with the card. I'm new here with cards, okay? I'm not good with the card numbers. I think it's A2. So you could cut it down so it's like, you know, a portrait view of the card or of the stage and not have to be a square. There it is. There's the big reveal. Lachlan is in Lion King. He's Timon. So I put now showing. I will say next time I'll do the letters individually because I don't really like how they're spaced out. And that was just me putting them right next to one another. So next time I'll do them individually so I can get them closer together. So they'll kind of look like the now showing. But I'm going to ink blend another of the marquee, and I cut it out so I can make it extra sturdy. And plus, since it's going to stick out at the top of the page, I want it to look nice on the back side. So I just ink blended it in some orange to match the seats. And now I'm just kind of building my card. I put some brown glitter from Alta New, some glitter cardstock behind the stage. And then I also added a couple bits on the side of the card. I could have just trimmed down the panel of the card as well. But I like the glitter on either side. I have so many ideas with this set. I want to do maybe like a 3D, like a diorama with their pictures on stage for all the shows they're in, and like kind of make the colors coordinate with their shows. Like we did Beetlejuice and we did Elf and things like that. So I'm super excited about it. But I just made this to use my new products, and I gifted it to Lachlan. I stuck it in his script and sent him on his way to camp, and he opened it and he really liked it, I think. So I had so much fun. I'm popping up those bits. I popped up the curtain and I popped up the seats with some foam dots there. And I'll link everything down below with my affiliate links if you're interested in these products. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you think about cards. Ever since going to the retreat, I'm like, should I start making more cards? Like, I don't know. I need to get back in the groove of crafting more anyway. But yeah, I'm so happy. I was going to like print out a Timon and put it on the inside, but not going to lie, it was late at night when I was creating this. So I ended up just making a star, and I put an L in the middle of it for Lachlan. And so that's what I will put in the middle on stage. But like I said, my plan in the future is to do some things with their photos. But of course, that has to be after the show, when I want them in their costumes and things like that. So many options, though. You have so many options for things that you could create with this when you go see a show. And then, of course, the stamp set has all these cute little sentiments that you could do. And, you know, we do theater, but if you're a performer in another capacity with singing or musical instruments, there's just so many options that of documenting things that are on stage. Or if you go see your favorite show, even if you don't perform, that's fine. I don't. But we saw Moulin Rouge last year, and that was amazing. And we had a cute picture out front. So many options. Thanks for watching, y'all. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I'm going to go to the theater, watch my kid perform. Bye, y'all.